Is anybody else reading this and hearing this and understanding what I've been dealing with for 25, 26 years? But more importantly, I don't need your sympathy. Can someone help my beautiful daughter, Kiara Roberta? Maybe even in the comments. See your dad, talk with your dad. Life is short. Forget all that stuff your mother put in your head, because it's very clear that she's been feeding you stuff and you've been influenced. It's nothing wrong that you've been influenced, honey. It's not an indictment on you, Kiara, that you were influenced. You were a child. This is really a form of abuse, if you really want to know. But I'm not trying to get into all of these kind of adjectives to describe what your mother has done to us and to you, and keep putting it on me. Now, I wouldn't be tripping, and I'm not tripping, but I'm just shining a light on the aspect of your mom's role in this, because I read what your mother's writing in 2026 still about me. Lies. So it just makes it very clear. I've been sending messages to your mom for these years. How's Kiara? Where's Kiara? She'll write a book, but she won't say Kiara's fine, she's with me. So, my love, finally, I replied to your mom. My reply is very simple, because I have no desire to talk or interact with your mother. I want to make that very clear. I have no desire to talk or have any interaction with your mom. It's not necessary. It has not been necessary since forever. Since you were big enough, old enough, my beautiful daughter. Kiara, my reply to your mom was simple. I sent her a screenshot of a phrase that summarizes, describes, and puts everything in a neat little package as far as a reply for what your mom just wrote to me. That insanity. Yeah, let's call it what it is. That was insane. In 2026, talking like that, and we haven't laid eyes on each other in over 10 years. We have no interaction other than me begging you on the phone via text. Hi, where's Kiara? How's Kiara? Please tell me how she is. And you insist on torturing me, and you insist on not letting me know. I could deal with you because I don't care. But because you got my daughter, you got our daughter, got her heart blackened, and you got her feeling and thinking some kind of way because of that. I'm stepping up for my daughter, and I'm humbling myself once again. My reply was simple. I sent this screenshot of the definition, and it's a definition of a phrase, and the phrase is, says the arsonist. Now what that phrase means, I'm going to tell you. It's actually a retort or a reply that is given in certain situations, and there's no perfect situation to use this phrase, says the arsonist. Then after that text message your mother sent with all of that projection accusing me of these things, that it's actually been her doing. Says the arsonist is an ironic or sarcastic retort used when a person hypocritically accuses someone else of fault or crime that they themselves are notoriously guilty of committing. Meaning, it highlights extreme hypocrisy, pointing out that the accuser is the real culprit or the worst offender regarding the venomous issue being discussed. Basically, The arsonist sets the building on fire. Then the arsonist saves one of the people in the building. The arsonist wants praise because they saved the person in the building. Forget the 50 other people that got burnt alive, all the victims. But the arsonist wants a pat on the back for saving that one person. So, someone accusing someone of something, or someone trying to take credit for something, when they are the reason for the problem in the first place, is why the phrase says the arsonist is very appropriate. So after reading that insane, delusional reply from your mom, my only reply is, says the arsonist. Kiara, I have no beef with your mother. I would have any reason to deal with your mother. She knows what she did. God handles these things for all of us. All I'm trying to do is connect with you, my child, and get you to see that what you have been taught is wrong. I understand your solidarity, and in your mind you think you're standing up for yourself. You're losing years. And the person that's causing us to lose years is accusing me of all of these things. I have one more I have to share. Oh, by the way, these are just some of the text messages that I printed out. How can I show this? It's a beautiful day, nice and quiet on the block. Oh. How could I possibly forget this? Now, your mom has also often accused me of abusing her physically. She implied it in her message about what I did to her body. I don't know what she could mean. You know, as far as things happen to your body when you get pregnant. Anyway, I'm going to read something to you. And what this is an example of a few things. This is an example of the worry that I have. This is an example of the pain and the frustration I have not knowing where and how my child is and what's going on with my child and the cruelty of it, right? So on one hand, what I'm going to read is going to demonstrate that, how I worry out of my mind, an example of why and when I worry. On the other hand, what I'm going to read to you is going to show you, and I've said this in court years ago during the process of defending myself when I was being falsely accused of assaulting and beating and hitting and kicking your mom and all of this stuff that was unfounded, not unsubstantiated, unfounded. And I got joint custody of you and joint everything. Yeah, I'm saying that again because I'm proud of it. I walked in the lion's den. I stood on my square. I stood on our square, father-daughter square, and I won. Yeah. So, like I said, the second aspect of what I'm going to read to you should show the person, says the arsonist, the person accusing me of this physical stuff is not the type of person that you do physical stuff to. I made the court laugh and the judge chuckle when I said, Your Honor, you've been listening to her. We've been here a few times. Does she strike you as the type of woman that someone hits, the type of person someone would hit? Kiara's mom, we all know you're tough, okay? Kiara's mom, I would never put a hand on you or do anything to you. A, It's not my style. It's not who I am. Being my mother's son, I'm not a hitter and all of that. B, if I was that type of dude, I wouldn't mess with you. Remember when you hit me with the shoe in front of the precinct? Remember when you bust me in the head with the umbrella in the courthouse in Jersey City? I got about 5 or 6 more incidents that I can mention right now of you assaulting me and fucking me up. Okay? But I'm going to read this instead. If anybody ever tries to say I tried to assault you or hit you or beat you or I was abusive to you, just know and understand who this person is and why I tell you ain't nobody messing with her. Now this is from the Bethlehem Area News, dated June 5th, 2018, and this was an incident that occurred. Mom allegedly refuses to leave daughter's hospital room, scuffles with cops. Okay? Let's read the article. A Bethlehem Township woman faces charges after allegedly refusing to leave her daughter's hospital room, then scuffling with officers who tried to remove her. Your mom of such and such address was charged Sunday morning with aggravated assault, disorderly conduct, and 2 counts of simple assault. Pretty rough. That doesn't sound like somebody that you want to tussle with or anybody that someone would raise a hand to. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up. Because it's not true and it never was, Kiara. The 55-year-old, Kiara's mom, was free on $15,000 unsecured bail. Efforts to get in touch with her were unsuccessful, and an attorney has not yet entered an appearance. Bethlehem Township Police said her daughter was taken to St. Luke's Hospital in the township early Sunday morning. Now imagine me, as a father, reading this. I don't know if they're talking about my daughter or your sister, honey. Kiara's mom's other daughter. Right? So I'm reading this and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Is this Kiara had an incident in the hospital? Kiara's in the hospital bugging out? And her mama? I don't know. And I'm petrified when I find out about this. A little after the fact, obviously. But at that point, you hadn't been speaking to me. It was around graduation time and all of that. So you definitely weren't communicating, and nor was your mom, because you were doing all of this high school to college planning and business without me. Because your mom convinced you don't need to talk about college with your dad. You don't need to ask for your dad's input on anything. So that's the short-sightedness. So when I call her short-sighted, it's because she is. How the hell your father can't tell you anything about college? And I'm a college graduate. Anybody else in that house a college graduate? So why wouldn't you talk to the person who is her father, who is a college graduate, about going to college? I digress. Bethlehem Township Police said her daughter was taken to St. Luke's Hospital in the township early Sunday morning. Again, I don't know if they're talking about my daughter or your sister, but I sure as heck want to find out. Shouldn't I, as your dad, want to find out what's going on with you and help you? But someone is blocking that and stopping that and then saying that is me. And you're going along with it, Kiara. It has to stop. You've got to snap out of this. It's like MAGA. They're snapping out now. Well, look how long it took for them to snap out to sea. Oh, my man is getting his. When you gonna snap out of it, honey? Oh man, I dropped something. Snap out of it. Okay, this is what happened apparently that morning in 2018. Staff allowed the mother in the daughter's hospital room to help calm her daughter down. Again, I'm petrified. Why is my daughter having a hysterical episode in the emergency room? What's going on? Staff allowed the mother in the daughter's room to help calm her daughter down, but instead the daughter began screaming and thrashing when her mother came in, according to the police. Yeah. Staff began to try to give medication to the daughter when the mother hindered them and prevented them from caring for her child. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know the actual whatever. But this is all sounding on character. Staff asked the mother multiple times to leave the room and she allegedly refused. After 6 attempts to get her out, the hospital called the police to remove the mother from the room. Okay. Happens. The mother refused police officers' orders for her to leave, and when they tried to escort her out, she became violent and started throwing punches, the police said. So, you mean to tell me Popo is there asking you to leave the room and to chill out, and you swung on them, Kiara's mom, a few times, throwing punches. So your mom was swinging on the Popo, Kiara. Let's say this again. Let's read this again. The mother refused police officers' orders for her to leave, and when they tried to escort her out, she became violent and started throwing punches, police said. So your mom's was throwing down with Popo, but she wants everyone in this world to believe that sweetheart that I am, nice guy that I am, gentleman that I am, that I was hitting her and abusing her and kicking her and all of this stuff. Kiara, you gotta wake up, honey. Anyway, Officer Blank was scratched on the forearm and the mother was removed from the room. There's more. Once outside the room, the mother reportedly took a fighting stance and told officers, "Let's fucking go. I'm gonna fuck you up," before she was arrested. Let's read that again. Once outside the room, the mother reportedly took a fighting stance and told officers, "Let's fucking go. I'm gonna fuck you up," before she was arrested. Now, I don't want to see these things happen or anything happen to your mom. The smirk on my face while I'm reading this is indignation, because this is the person that's accusing me of abusing her. Does this sound like the type of person that someone would abuse and she would allow it? Think. I tried to love you, Kiara's mom. It didn't work, but I was a man for my daughter. You said I'll be dead to Kiara, my family will be dead to Kiara, and we'll never see Kiara. Remember when you told me that in my condo before you left? Before I had you move out, I had to go to court. Because you in the house with me in the same way you swinging on the Popo. Maybe now people will believe me when I tell them how she was swinging on me. Occasionally, not no regular. I got busted in the head in front of the precinct with a shoe. Asked my ex, she was there with me. I got busted in the head with an umbrella in Jersey City Court. Check the records. And many other incidents. And then you scream to the police that I hit you. And of course they taking the black man. Well, they're taking the man, period. But the black man, they definitely taking. At that time, I owned my condo with a doorman. I moved your mother and Ashley in with me in my condo. So we could be a happy family, be together. Police coming, all kind of stuff. Hey, this ain't for me. You gotta go. It was that simple. I'll still take care of Kiara. I'll still be in her life, and I'll do my responsibilities. But this ain't working. We can't live together. It was as simple as that, Kiara. That's how simple it could have been. But your mom, being the lady that was in the hospital, wanted to throw down with Po-Po. You don't think she kept a grudge with me? You don't want to believe these things despite evidence, her own words, which I just gave you a recent snippet of her words. I could show you shit for 2 decades plus of her words of anger and hatred for me. It's almost as if you're not happy you have Kiara. How do you gonna be 26 years later, and you have not evolved enough to know, or to not, you know what? I'm so happy I have my child, and you know what? Her dad, despite everything, he keeps coming around. He keeps trying to be in her life. I'm going to respect the OG. I'm going to respect the father. I'm going to respect the man that he is. Just on the strength of he does not give up. He fights for his daughter. You don't even respect that. That means you don't respect the game. You don't respect anything. I know you don't respect God, because you're going to do all of this trifling stuff, and you know what you're doing, and then you're going to end your message with God bless. You think you're just trolling me, and that's cute. It's not cute, because you're trolling God. Yeah, I wanted to teach Kiara about God. I wanted to teach Kiara about the world. I want to teach Kiara about history. I want to teach Kiara about her history. Look on my page, see my family, who you come from, Kiara. Our family, who you come from, Kiara. How do you not want to know that because your mom told you you don't need to know? Your mom got you thinking your grandpa's from Nigeria. Remember when you asked me that? You're just going to live your life and all the stuff you know from your mom. But your dad can't teach you anything. That's what she got you on. And now that you're talking, it happens. I ain't tripping, it happens. People are human. Your mom's is human. She was upset. She feel I violated her gangster. Because don't forget, she was throwing down with Po-Po. So clearly this is someone that thinks in terms of getting dissed, violated, and this is clearly someone that is about throwing down for it to protect hers, right? Beautiful, but not at the expense of your child's father. Now, glad I got to that. Just one more thing. I know I said that already, but I done printed out, or I found all this printout. Oh my goodness, it's reading it is, it's like a psychiatrist could read the stuff that your mom wrote. The anger, the lack of forward thinking, the short-sightedness that all you see is keep saying this story about I ain't shit, I don't do anything, I'm not here, and then twist it and say, Kiara doesn't want to talk to you. Kiara doesn't want to see you. As per Kiara, don't come to the graduation. I notified the police, the stadium, and the security. How dare you, lady, do that to your child, who happens to be my child? But even if it wasn't my child, and for anybody and everybody and whomever may see this video and know that this is all historical fact that I'm providing, and there's thousands of documents. I don't got as many documents as Epstein documents, but it's on that level. But more importantly, Kiara, the cover-up is Epstein level-ish. Keep attacking the father. No one will ever have time to say, wait a minute though, mama, what's your role in all of this? Oh no, all I ever did is encourage her to see her father. Really? What about all the evidence? What about all the Epstein files? I didn't deal with that man. I didn't hang out with that man. What about the video? What about all of the facts? Evidence. What about that? It doesn't matter. So what do? You refuse to look at the facts. You refuse to hear the evidence. So that's what they're doing. They're just stalling it along, blocking it along, but it won't go away. Because the truth doesn't go away. The truth doesn't die easy. Facts change feelings. Feelings don't change facts. So you got these hatred feelings and bitter feelings for Kiara's dad, but it doesn't change the fact that it's you that has caused all of this negative stuff and has treated her father so bad, and because her father refuses to give up trying to be in her life because of that, it's you that makes this so ugly, and you just turn around and project it and say that it's me. And Kiara's too cowardly, for lack of a better word, honey. You're 25. You got to get a little braver, a little tougher. And be willing to just look at this with a clearer mind, and be willing to look at this with just a little critical thinking, baby girl. Use your head. If you can't see through this, how you gonna see through stuff out there in the world? When you're out there in the workforce, when you're out there wherever you are, which I'm sure you are already, you gotta know how to move with people. And I'm sorry to tell you, the first lessons we learn are from at home. You gotta tough up, Kiara. You gotta wake up, Kiara. But more importantly, you gotta want to. You gotta want to know your dad. It's not normal to not want to know your dad. It's not normal to not see your dad for 10 years because mommy put some shit in your head. And now all this time later, you're 25 and you still on it? Look on my YouTube channel. See some of our videos. Maybe it'll jar your memory. Because I really think they drugged you. I think they did some kind of psychotherapy or aversion therapy with you. You were having problems in high school and this and that. Your mom didn't want to share anything with me. Why is everything a secret? I think now there's like big secrets going on, which is why it's important. No, don't tell them anything. It's ridiculous. For all I know, you're married. For all I know, you're a parent. For all I know, you're getting your master's degree. For all I know, you're working. For all I know, you're modeling. For all I know, I don't know a damn thing. And that is a sin. That is a shame. That is a crime against humanity. And it's all orchestrated because your mommy is mad at your daddy. Grow up, Kiara. Wake up, Kiara. Tough up, Kiara. Think for yourself, Kiara. Use your critical thinking, Kiara. Use your psych degree lessons, Kiara. Use your common sense, Kiara. Use your heart, Kiara. Think. Feel. Feel my words. Look at some of our videos and history together. Does it make sense that the man that's in those videos is the man that's being described to you and the man that you're not communicating with? It don't add up. Just like it doesn't add up that your mother is this victim and this person that is victimized and traumatized when you read about your mom's throwing down with Po-Po. I was going to make a short, and I've gone an hour and 18 minutes damn near. Happy Sunday. I love you with all my heart, Kiara. There's more to come. But I had to reply to your mother's message. And I thought it would be appropriate because I'm a teacher by nature, I don't know if you know that. That's why it's important for me to impart on you some important wisdom and knowledge that I have from life experience and things that I know that is important for my daughter to know, that will make your life so much simpler. But your mom, she may want you to know it, but she only wants you to know it from her. Can't know anything from your dad. Can't know anything. Your dad can't teach you anything. You know how fucking ridiculous that sounds? Let me go. Let me go now. I love you with all my heart, Kiara. Oh, and I miss you so much.